Good morning, y'all, from the Americas. If you in the Americas, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. If you in Southeast Asia, or yeah, I think it's evening over there. Good afternoon, everywhere else. It's so good to be with you guys again. This is another rendition of my free flow of consciousness psychic development edition. You guys know that I've been hosting these free flow consciousness community classes for a couple of weeks now. Um, and then migrating it to an course or my membership where you guys can catch it for life. So I wanted to do another goodie, and I gave you guys a poll, and everybody was like, let's do psychic development. Okay, let's do psychic development. So this is going to be really fun. I want everyone to quickly just jump in the chat room. Let me know where you guys are coming from. I know it's wicked early wherever you guys are at. Oh, somebody's saying Paris, France. What's good, Paris, France? What's good, Hada? Arkansas, New York. It's too bad this is grainy. It doesn't look grainy on my side. So yeah, that happened last time I was live. I don't really know how to fix that because I don't see it being rainy at all. Yeah. So if you guys have any tips, but it doesn't really look like I have any options here to fix something that is doesn't look like it needs to be fixed on my end. Hello from Tokyo. That's wild. DMV. What's good, y'all? Atlanta, Harlem, Virginia. Good morning. So let's just hop into this so you guys can start your weekend deliciously. So, for this particular rendition, you will be needing a pen, your journal. Okay, get your journals ready and some water. All right, we will be doing some subtle energy techniques. It will be fun, it will be easy. Let's drop ourselves from overthinking and overcalculating excessively to really just being heavily in the moment and deeply in our bodies so that we can feel and get a sense or it's both feel and sense our ways into our psychic gifts that we already have. We probably seldom use, we ignore, or we underestimate, right? So I'm going to be doing this from my bed. I want to be nice and cozy with you guys today. It's winter where I'm at, so I don't really want to be downstairs. It's a little cold. So I'm gonna be doing this from my crib. So let me just get myself started here so I can join you guys on the meditation, right? Okay. So, if for those that are new to the free flow of consciousness, what this is it's my personal go-to writing intuitive exercise when I want to talk to source, divine consciousness, God, Olodumare, whatever you want to call it, my spirit guides, or my own elevated consciousness. It is my go-to writing method to process heavy emotions, or to get answers, to get wisdom. So it's an array of things. Like I find that it helps greatly with my emotional processing, with my stabilizing my nervous system, with getting insight. If I'm not clear, it helps me get clarity. So many things that helps me develop my own gifts. And so I've been doing this for years. It is a personal tool for my own glow up journey, my own development. And I've just been sharing it with you guys recently because I feel like it's been helping you guys in your own process, whatever it is, whether we're doing a flow of consciousness on money and abundance, on sensuality, on romance, on just personal development in general. There's an array of topics we can do this format on. So, again, today's just going to be on psychic development, but you will be able to get some insight on what is going to come, what is happening in your life now, and what is it that you need to know to really hone in on these innate skill sets that we just need in general, particularly at a time such as this, right? We really need to be in our clarity bag. We really need to be tapping into the tools and technologies that our ancient ancestors used to navigate turbulent times and triumphant times, right? And so I'm going to share this with you guys. This is going to be up for a week. Okay, it's going to be up on my YouTube channel for a week, so you might as well just go ahead, like and subscribe and save it so you can go back and do this meditation or this exercise again later. Once you know how to do it, you can pretty much do it yourself at any time. It is going to be something that you can do on the go or do it as a morning ritual, like I like to do. I'm going to set up the timer. So, what it is that I'm going to be positioning a couple of questions for us to ask divine consciousness source, right? And we're just going to free flow. We're going to um, feel our ways into the answers. It's going to be like an automatic writing exercise, a stream of consciousness. We're not going to logically think about what's coming out. We're not going to force words to come out. If you want to draw during that time, if you feel like you need to sketch, if you feel like you need to write a certain word over and over and over again, if you feel like you need to flip the page and write backwards, diagonally, whatever, do a diagram, is whatever. You're allowing your own consciousness, your own spirit, and co-creating with divine consciousness to kind of dictate and show you what you need and how to process whatever it is that you're trying to ask, right? We're not trying to control things, as I mentioned before. That is the antithesis of intuition. That is the antithesis of psychic development. We are already innately psychic, and so what we're doing is we're naturally programming ourselves to get back into that state of nature, of that state of relaxation, that state of being where we are just the receptors and we're receiving information and we're processing it and we're somewhat emotionally and in an embodied way analyzing it and understanding from our senses what this information means for us. So I hope this makes sense for you guys. I always ask you to bring and drink water because it is a lot of energy work. And so even if it is writing, you are moving energy blocks. You are bringing things into your field, your reality. You are removing things out of your reality. And so you will notice just from this one simple exercise, maybe a week from now, maybe weeks from now, maybe months from now, maybe a day later, things will shift in your life. And so stay open, stay kind of attentive and observant, and don't judge yourself. Okay, if nothing comes out, it's okay. Sometimes it will take another practice session for something to flow out of you. So I don't want you to beat yourself up. Let it be fun, let it be easy, and just give yourself the luxury of this time for yourself. Okay, I will be playing some soft music in the background. So, what I'm going to be doing again, I'm going to be posturing some questions to you guys. I don't even think that was the right word. I'm going to be proposing some questions to you guys, and each question is going to be timed. I'll give us 10 minutes to get into that free flow state, and we'll be writing, we'll be creating, we'll be drawing, we'll be whatever it is that we're channeling, we'll be channeling for those 10 minutes the answer. And then we move on to the next question. And some of the questions have integration sessions in it, meaning that we will integrate that question with energy work. Okay. And at the end, I'll guide you through a really basic, not basic, a really simple and fun energy technique that you can do in the morning, the night, the afternoon, on the go, in the shower, that is programming your energy field to attract to you your desires. So you're not just walking around day by day, kind of like, oh, I really want to have this experience in my life. I hope I get it. You will actually energetically have it in your field and then be able to attract that in your day-to-day basis, or be able to be a beacon, a resonant match for that thing that you want. Excuse me. Let me know if this makes sense to you guys in the chat room. Am I delayed? Yep, I'm delayed, or yep, this makes sense. Is everybody else working out? Okay. It was like everyone's sleeping. Okay, cool. Bet no delays. Awesome. Let me know if it's grainy for you guys too, because it is not grainy at all for me. So this lets me know that if it is grainy, I don't know, maybe it's a browser situation. It's still a little blurry, a grainy on your end. Maybe it is a browser situation. Yes. Okay. So it's all right as long as you guys can hear me. Okay. You don't necessarily need to see me. You can hear me for this particular practice. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to quickly do something what I call is a spirit to spirit method. It is a way for us to connect to our own elevated spirits, to divine consciousness, to source, to creator, and to our elevated guides as well. We're kind of going to do a trifecta connection. We're going to open our energy fields up. We're going to be embodied and connected to our power centers. And from there, we will start the free flow of consciousness. Sounds good? Okay, I want everybody to take a couple deep breaths. And with each breath, just hold the intention to soften up more and more into your body. Just gently noticing if you're holding any tension in your body and lightly breathing into that tension and softening it up, even if that's 1% softer than before. I want to bring your awareness into your body. Both into your body and around your body, but you're bringing your awareness into the physical self. Bring your awareness to the back of your head and the back of your body, where we seldom pay attention. Just breathing into this space, breathing in gratitude, breathing in love that you're here and you're present, breathing in light. And also just gently place your awareness to the sides of your body. Just gently noticing any temperature shifts, any tension. Maybe some of you are receiving colors. Maybe it's just a simple awareness. And at the top of your head, too, maybe a little tingling sensation. At the bottom of your feet, whether you're sitting down, whether you're cross legged, whether you're lying down, whether you're standing. And in front of you. So now you've got like a 360 awareness of your body. And inside of your body, I want you to get a sense of this particular vortex, this portal that is also known as the God portal, the God spot, a point where the divine lives within you, this space that feels connected to source and a sense of expansion where you may feel limitless and one with everything. And I just want you to gently get a sense of where that is. It could be different for everyone. You already know where it is. Let it be simple wherever your attention goes. Okay. And just take a moment to feel your way into this space, this God portal, this God spot. Resting in here, relaxing in here. Now, from this particular spot, I want you to bring your awareness to your own spirit and acknowledge your own spirit. Acknowledge the radiance of your own consciousness, your own soul through intention. Just be like, yo, I feel you. I see you. What's good? I'm aware. Now let's expand and now bring our awareness to call in all of our elevated guides in and through this God portal, still connected to this place of oneness from within. And as we're calling in our elevated guides, get a feeling, a knowing, a sensation of the guides that are coming in to support you, that have always supported you, perhaps new guides that are eager to work with you today on this psychic development journey. And then maybe some that are familiar or some that you can't even pinpoint or tell what they are. We're just simply acknowledging the presence. And we are even expanding beyond this in and through our God portal, the source from within. And now we're also going to make the intention to just simply connect to the void, to divine consciousness, to source, to God, to creator, goddess. And now, from this particular space of expansion, I want you to intend and command what is called the streams of grace, divine light of grace, and allow this energy to pour in through you, from you, to you, around you, in and out of all of your energy fields, cleansing, clearing, allowing this work to perform energetic surgery, maybe clearing things from the past, present, healing things, adjusting things, helping you understand things energetically from a new perspective, helping clear trauma, wounds, or experiences that are not yours or no longer needed, energies that don't belong to you being removed from your field. An array of things can be happening with these streams. Take a moment to really be in your body, settling in, relaxing, and just getting a sense or a knowing of what these streams are doing for you at this time that you have called it in. Some of you may be feeling the streams in a particular area of your body or getting memories or simply knowings of things that the streams are bringing into your life. This, in and of itself, can be classified as a psychic tool, a psychic practice, a way of developing, and also just a way of utilizing energy for your own betterment, personal spiritual hygiene, manifestation, healing, all of the above. So just take a moment to really settle that in and be present with how this feels right now, knowing that every day is a different experience, every moment's a different experience. I want you to drop in, still using these streams. So, streams of light still working in and through your energy bodies. Set some intentions for your psychic development class today. Okay. And we'll be using and coming back to this practice to clear energies more intentionally after this first question. So I want you guys to shift your focus now onto your journals and your pens. We're going to start with the first question. Take a sip of water if need be. Okay. In a moment, I'm going to set the timer for 8 minutes actually. I'm going to write the question down here. And the first question is, what past energies am I now ready to release to welcome my spiritual gifts in? Whose energy am I releasing from my field to become more of my true self? You can take a moment to write this question down, or just take a moment to feel that question. Drop that question in. If that question represented an energy, just take it like a metaphorical click on a computer, and you're dragging that question into your heart field and you're dropping it into your field, still connected to your God spot. What past energies am I now ready to release to welcome my spiritual gifts in? Whose energy am I releasing from my field to become more of my true self? I'm going to set my timer for 8 minutes. Okay, are you ready? Let's begin. Free flow. The answer to this question, whatever your divine consciousness is trying to tell you, just let it out on paper without thinking or over analyzing. 5 minutes. 2 minutes. Okay. Stop. It's a picture of Zaza. Stop or finish your last sentence. I had to finish my last sentence because Spirit was spitting. Lord. All right. Let me know if you are present in the chat room. Just type Y or yes if you've been able to stop. Beautiful. Let's still be connected to our God spot. And we're going to take this question a little bit further. We're going to reconnect to our God portal, the void within, source within, that space of expansion, already connected to our streams of grace, knowing that we have the power to use this tool. Now we're going to set the intention with the streams of grace to go ahead and clear all that surfaced up for us right now in that exercise. Whatever past energies or the notion that we have to clear something when we may not necessarily have to, or whatever came up, let the streams of grace now gently do its work in and through your energy fields and in through the resonant fields of maybe other people, places, or things that are hindering you from your spiritual gifts. Let the streams of grace to gently and softly remove other people's influences and energies from your field as well that don't belong. Your field should be independently yours. And if you choose to merge with another person consciously and intentionally, that is different than having someone in your field suctioning your energy. So I just want you to get a sense of what the streams of grace are doing. Get a feeling, get a knowing. just gently observing for any sensations, maybe information that may want to come through. Again, reaffirming to the streams of grace to let this process be easeful, gentle, grounding. As you're again releasing things that aren't yours, just notice if anything feels different, new. Notice if there's any tension moving in your body or any particular energy that is popping up in your brain, memory. You may have just collapsed a couple of things from your past lives, your ancestry lineage, any fears from this current lifetime, any apprehension for speaking authentically. And we're going to let the streams do what it needs to do in the background as we continue. Go ahead and take a sip of water. Let me know how that first question went for you guys. Water. Am I seeing things? You might be seeing things. Water does feel different. Heavy. Ooh, let the streams give you an extra dose of love. You can always ask the streams to give you extra support. This is divine intelligence and the light of divine intelligence that actually is scientifically proven to exist. Quantum physics has kind of proven these streams of grace, a light that casts no shadow. You can program it to do what it needs to do, or you can just ask it to do what source wants it to do for you. Some people are saying releasing, ended up having to use the bathroom, things are moving. Absolutely. So that is actually great that you mentioned that, Marietta. Um, we are still physical. We're spiritual beings in physical bodies, right? We hear this all the time. The body is really dense. The body will have a very different and perhaps visceral reaction to the energy work that we do. Any sort of energy work, whether it be dancing, whether it be creating, whether it be Reiki or massage therapy. This is why I tell us to go drink water, because it will be releasing, programming, helping support the physical body. You might need to stretch, y'all. Um, wow. Okay, Samantha, me walking into the woods in a grave site came to me. If you guys have questions on your visions and things that you are seeing, we can get into that. You can also go jump back into your heart space. Ask Source, ask your elevated guides. Give me more information on this vision I just saw. Give me a word or another vision to clarify what I just saw. What does this mean in reference to me? Why am I getting this? Is it mine? Am I getting it for another person? Sometimes we're just big beacons of information, right? We're just like picking up information. We're picking up subtle information all the time. And what you could be picking up is not necessarily yours, but a friend's, a child, a colleague, a family member, someone down the block you don't know. So it's always important to ask source, ask your elevated guides, is this mine? Is this not mine? Just as we just released a bunch of energies that may not be ours in our fields that is interfering with the information that's coming in. It's not ours. If it's not mine, I don't want it. Why I got to know about all that? It's none of my business, right? So these are just some toolkits you can use personally at any time. Some people are saying I feel lighter. Spirit snitched on a couple of people. That sounds about right. More surrounded, more supported. Strong light moving through things. Felt vibrations on my lower left side of my back and stomach. Okay. So interestingly enough, the back, the spine, we all have chakras. We hear about these energy centers called chakras that kind of govern different functions in our lives and different energy in emotional functions. The front pertains to the future and how these energy centers govern the future. The back, towards our spine, pertains to the past, how we are currently interpreting our reality based on what experiences we've lived in the past from our current lifetime, past lives, and what we've also epigenetically inherited from our ancestry, their joys, their fears, their traumas, their pains, their triumphs, their blessings, their gifts, everything is stored in the backside of our chakras. So, a lot of what you guys could be feeling, if you're feeling tingling sensations from the back, is energetic readjustments as you're clearing, cleansing, bringing things out, energies coming back in, moving to the front of your chakra so that a new future is now being projected in and through you through this energy healing and through the integration processing that you guys are doing with these writing exercises. Okay. Clarity. Throat felt heavy. It's just, we don't want to hyper analyze anything. Being in your God spot, I want you to just practice that and feeling your way, just getting a knowing, getting a sensation. If something comes, it comes. If nothing comes, nothing comes. It's okay. Sometimes spirit doesn't want to inundate us with a lot of information. Sometimes information is not necessary. Sometimes we just know. Boom. We just know. I just know this is being shifted. I know this is happening. I know this past life is being worked on. I know this trauma from 3 years old, when I was 3 years old, is being shifted in that timeline through this exercise, whatever, right? And sometimes we don't know any of this stuff, and it's okay. The work is working behind the scenes. All right, so drink lots of water to support yourself right now in this timeline. Go ahead and give yourself a hug, give yourself a stretch. And we're going to now move forward on to the next question, which is just as juicy. Hold on, I channeled these before class. Okay, so we talked about what we were clearing. We talked about the energy that we're moving. We talked about what we discovered, who is in our field that is now being cleared currently as the streams of grace are still working through us. Streams of grace is a technology from divine intelligence. It's God's technology, source technology. It's open to everybody that learns how to use it, right? And it is almost like, in the sense, like Reiki is energy that is channeled from the ethers and in through your body parts. Streams of grace is almost the same way. I would say streams of grace is even more elevated. It is divine intelligence. It knows what it needs to do. If you don't even know what you want it to do, it's doing what is the highest for it to be done to you at this present time. And the streams kind of operate like psychic energetic surgery. It's the lights are working to clear and bring things and move things around until the job is done, and it dissipates until you channel it and conjure it back again. Okay, so just to give you kind of a basis on what we are doing in conjunction to this writing exercise. Releasing the spirit of fear, indoctrination from colonial church religion, self-hatred, not being wrong, needing to be right. Love these. Yeah, you're so welcome for that explanation. Love this. For me in particular, I actually channeled something surprising. Spirit was more talking about what do you need to release? You don't have to release anything. Jump into the timeline where you're already whole, like you don't have to release anything. Less work, more like jump shifting into the timeline where releasing is no longer necessary. And I was like, oh my God, plot twist. Oh, hello, life hack. So I found that really fascinating. They're like, we're not even dealing with releasing anymore. We're jumping into embodiment. We're jumping with like, we don't have to. The releasing is already happening. It's already happened. Get into the timeline where that has already happened. So that was very fascinating. I'm sure a lot of you guys shared that sentiment. And not to say that you don't have to release. If you guys got things that you need to release, absolutely, that is just as valid for you. Okay. Let us get into the second question. So, question number 2. These questions, question number 2 is more like questions, 3 questions. So it's a little hearty. I'm going to give us 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes for this, okay? So we can properly navigate each question. So, question number 2, questions for part number 2. What spiritual gifts am I now ready to claim and awaken at this time? What gifts did I inherit ancestrally? And what am I meant to be doing with these gifts? So it's a 3-part question. What spiritual gifts am I now ready to claim and awaken at this time? Uh-oh. I think there's an ad that had to happen when it didn't have to happen. What spiritual gifts am I now ready to awaken and claim at this time? What gifts did I inherit ancestrally? And what am I meant to be doing with these gifts? Okay. All right. I'm going to give us 10 minutes. When you guys are finished writing that question down, just let me know quickly in the chat box. Awesome. Let's jump back into the boogie. And we start now. 10 minutes. Minute and 45 seconds. 30 seconds. Time's up. How does that feel for you guys? Revelations, revelations, revelations. Before we move into question 3, take this time to reconnect to the streams of grace, directing the streams of grace to now support you in what was revealed to you for that question number 2, and allowing these streams to now bring in, anchoring in your spiritual gifts, anchoring in the ashe needed to use these gifts in the way that was shown to you, in a relaxing, joyful, pleasurable way, grounding way. Some of you said, Spirit gave me prayers to use. I love that. Ooh, prayer circle. See, y'all are always giving me ideas for things. Prayer. There's no limit to what you can do with the streams of grace. Ancestors had a lot of messages, a whole spiritual prescription. I was told I was supposed to be here. They're happy that they're getting closer, that I'm getting closer to them and proud of me. Love it. Empowering and peaceful. So much downloaded. I love this. Spirit said, keep learning about the occult, sex, spirituality to help others. Girly pop. Shoot, there's a big heart here and I can't read. Pop, stop complimenting, over complicating. It's all easy. That them giving me directions on how to use the gifts. That was cool. See, asking you shall receive. It's just we don't be asking this. We be thinking that psychic gifts is like some far-fetched, oh my God, I saw a vision in the ethers. And sometimes it's just sitting your ass down and writing the spirit and just downloading stuff. That is part of your psychic gifts as well. Love it. Okay. Love it. Okay. So we got two more questions before we go into programming our desires. Remember who you are so you can embody who you are meant to be. So kindly connecting to your streams of grace, connecting to your God spot, ask the streams to help you remember who you are, to awaken that memory of who you are and what that means for you. Lynette, I love that you're purging. Cherry, sounds like you've got a curandera hands, an herbalist healer, a root worker hands, something. Love it. I got that I have emotional psychic abilities and some clairvoyance. I'm still growing into accepting these abilities little by little. 1% every day. That's all it takes, y'all. 1% every day. How can I step into my gifts 1% every day? What small thing can I do today to practice my gifts, to trust my gifts and let that compound? Let that practice, let that intentionality, even if you do spirit to spirit when you wake up or go to bed, and you check in with source, with your own spirit, with your guides. What do I need to know? Let's run a hologram of my body. What's going on? Where am I holding to tension? Where is there pain? Where is there grief? Streams of grace. Let's run streams of grace. Let's clear this. Let's clear this. Let's bring this. Let's bring this in. Right? This is stuff that I do in my Possess Your Spirit membership. We do this all the time in prior classes. So if you guys are looking to like dive in a little bit more deeper, have some downloaded meditations you can do on the go, do something in a community forum, catch up with classes, self-study. It's all in the Possess Your Spirit membership. Let me tag that for you guys. Um, but also, it's all in what I'm teaching you right now, right? Okay, let's go with question number 3. Okay. Okay, this is going to be a fun question. We're going to ask divine consciousness. This is a little playful one. Okay. Divine consciousness, give me a forecast on what is energetically happening in my life now. What would this energy embody as a tarot or oracle card? So it doesn't matter if you guys don't know tarot, and it doesn't matter if you don't know anything about oracle cards. I want you to channel what archetype or word or energy would you be embodied in a card right now at this point in your life? It could be even something that doesn't exist. Okay. So, oh, I love that, Ash. Oh, so much energy moving through the body right now. This For this question, I'm going to have it at 7 minutes. Yeah. Mm, okay. Okay. Saw See, Cheyenne, you already getting the juice. Saw the nine of cups in a flash. Boom. Okay, let's get into this. 7 minutes. Let's go. Question number three. 2.5 minutes. The end. On you, I said the end. Okay, my darlings, how was that for you? Empress card, Tower card, Three of Wands. Hello, Isabel. Eight of Wands. Tower, the priestess, the star, letting go of the old, rebuilding foundations to more effectively embody who I really am. I love how we're not mentioning the tower as like some sort of debilitating moment, some sort of fear mongering energy. It is just the energy of restructuring, reformatting. It's a new beginning in many ways, right? Rebuilding, refoundation. Eight of Pentacles, balance, Ace of Cups, the world. Seven of Wands, invitation to start learning more. Perhaps it is Seven of Wands is like a portal for you to learn more for you. Death card, Ten of Cups. Love this. What was Spirit giving you guys about this particular? What was Spirit telling you? I know a lot of you guys are sharing your card in terms of what your energy embodies now. What does Spirit tell you about the forecast of your life now? As we segue to question 4, our last question in our psychic development Kiki. This is like a part 2. So, okay. Uh, okay. So, this dog has been going crazy, and I'm pretty certain that this dog can feel all of our collective energies and spirits from his field over there. It's like my neighbor's dog, and he's always quiet. But like before I even started this class, literally like before I started it, he's been going ape shit. You can hear him? Can you guys hear him? Like, they're always quiet. And I'm like, "Oh my god, it's a psychic class. They're probably sensing all of the spirits that we're bringing in together in our collective fields." Anyway, dogs are very sensitive. Um, Still overcomplicating things don't go away. Have fun, not be strict with myself. Okay, we'll get into question 4 in a second. Tati the typist. I went to a vocational business high school. And Mavis Beacon was that girl. We had to learn how to type in one of our classes. I guess that was very businessy. It was a business requirement. Um, Building a home, inner and outer, for your son and generations to come. I love that. Empress Isis, Mary Magdalene, lit darkness, light and sacred union, my shadows to be my power. Spirit says that I am rewiring my subconscious brain, letting go of so much is going on for you guys. It's like really intense leveling up stuff behind the scenes. Trust in my abilities. I'm making progress. Take the pressure off. I need to be lighter to get things done. Arisha's coming up for me to explore and work with, feels out of my element. Never really consciously did that. Gonna need to tune in. Yeah, so before I even met my priest 13 years ago or got initiated, I felt deeply connected with Oshun. And I would pray to Oshun. I would leave offerings at the river. I would light a candle. I mean, that's not technically Ishishe, but listen, you are feeling led to connect to the spirit, right? And so I feel like in through that sort of basic connection and intention, what's meant to be will be, and the doors will open from that, whether it's working with the priest or reading the right books, or I'm not saying you should do that with Oshun or whatever, but in whatever way you feel like you need to explore and work with the Orishas, in and through your God spot, that resource and those materials and those connections will forge through for sure. Orishas are personifications of nature. They're forces of nature. They're forces that we all embody in our day-to-day lives and strive as like these archetypal energies to balance out. So there is an element to the traditional African technological study of the Orishas that, one definitely needs to be initiated to learn these codes and mythologies. But there's the other spiritual aspect of it where anybody can connect to these energies and these forces. They live in through us, they live around us. And so you're open to exploring that in whatever way is comfortable and also honorable to them as well. Forward movement, slow down. So I'm hearing nobody can hear the dog. The dog has shut up now. The dog is now quiet. Um, Loved Mavis Beacon. Yes, Mavis Beacon is the one, baby. Hey. Sarah said, I need to part with my mom for our loved ones and everyone in my auric field. Yes. 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 Okay, my angels. Let's go on to this last question. I rewrote it up. Let's scroll up real quick to just see. Question 4 is a two-part question. Okay. It did not let me write all of it in one blob, so I had to separate it. So I will say this: divine consciousness through my spiritual gifts Give me a forecast on what I can expect or what is to come for the rest of 2024 in my life. So now we did kind of like clearing the past, what was going on there. What's the forecast with the future? What are our spiritual gifts? Now we're jumping into the future, right? Using the spiritual gifts that you just learned about, that you know you have. Spirit will channel this through you, through this exercise for this future question, okay? Or question that pertains to your future. All right. So, also in conjunction to that question, direct me on three things I need to do or focus on so I am my best self and that I thrive the rest of this year. So, take a moment to write those questions down. Divine consciousness. Through my spiritual gifts, give me a forecast on what I can expect for the rest of 2024 in my life. Part two, direct me on three things I need to do or focus so I am my best self, right? I'm the best version of myself. We're hearing that all over social media. The it girl, that girl, glow up. I always talk about leveling up. I always talk about expansion work, energetic container work, pretty much the same, but more on an energetic level, as opposed to like the aesthetics of glowing up and getting a bunch of like lace fronts or whatever, or going to Pilates, which girl, I love that too, but let's work on the energetics of that. Let's work on the energetics of leveling up. We're gonna ask spirit, what are three things I need to do for this year to make sure that I'm popping for the rest of the year, right? Okay, so 333 on my end. Let us get started. 7 minutes. Let's get started per.
A minute and 30 seconds. All right, angels, and we're done with question 4. Before we dive into that question, let's learn quickly how to tap in and program our energy fields for our desires. Now, I want us to take a moment. If you like, you can close your eyes. We're reconnecting to our God portal, the God spot. Again, affirming our own spirit and in consciousness, affirming our elevated guides, affirming source, rerunning the streams of grace, divine intelligent light in and through us. It's already working. We're just reaffirming that connection. And now I want you to sense an energy egg around you, surrounding you. Just like we did in the beginning of this meditation, a 360 peripheral view or sensation, a feeling, a knowing of our energy from all sides. You can go ahead and visualize an energy egg. Go ahead and give it the color that you need, or get a sense of what color this energy egg is. For some of us, it might be one solid color. For others, it might be an array of different colors in different sections of the egg. Get a sense of what colors are appearing to you or color. You can even take a step further.
asking spirit and divine consciousness, what does this color mean? What does it represent? And just hold space for any information that may come through. And if not, some information may pull through a little bit later on. And in this energy egg, I want you now to pull up in the center of your heart three desires that you would like to attract in the next 30 days. These specific things you would like to invoke or now place in your resonant field, your energetic field, a magnet, a hidden magnet that is always attracting or repelling frequencies to you. I want you to think of three specific desires you want to manifest in 30 days. Let's start with the first one and feel that in your body. Feel the love, feel the excitement of having that, feel the relief, feel the ease. Almost as if maybe you're not even excited because you already have it. It's already there. So you're moving on to manifest the next best thing. See if you can embody that into your energy egg, this first desire. If you want to collapse that desire into a symbol or a letter that manifests the desire, collapse that into a symbol. See what that symbol is or that letter. Place it in your energy egg, your resonant field. Let it be natural, but also allow yourself to feel whatever elated feelings you may have with the manifestation of such desire. And go ahead and play with the placement of where you want to put that symbol in your egg. The top of the egg, the bottom. It's inside of your egg. Where do you want to put it? Maybe you want to expand the symbol so it encompasses the whole egg. Now let's focus on the second desire. Be specific. Hone in on these feelings, collapse it into a symbol or a letter, and expand it into your egg. Put it into your egg and expand it. And the third desire, do the same thing. Feel the feelings, conjure a symbol, place it in your egg, expand it. And now that we've programmed our egg with our desires, I want you to feel in your body any tension, any fear, any doubt, anything that is worrying you. And we're going to take these items metaphorically, energetically, visually, and we're going to pull them out from the egg. And we're going to place it outside of the egg where it's going to evaporate and go straight up to source. So, source is going to give you a solution on these worries, these anxieties, these things that are unresolved, but it is no longer in your energy field. Maybe you might want to symbolize some of these worries and anxieties and tension through symbols as well. And so, as we've dropped the symbols into our eggs, we're taking out the symbols that we don't want in our resonant field, or we may not have any control over, or we don't have solutions for. We're going to give it to source. Right? And now let us close everything up with the streams of grace, radiating golden harmonic light in and through the egg, around the egg, and in and through our bodies as we usher gratitude and we come back now into the present moment. We're thanking ourselves, we're thanking our elevated guides, and we're thanking source, and we're coming back in the here and now. All right. Let's take a sip of water. How was that last question? How was that juicy exercise? As you do more and more of this exercise, this could be a fasting. What I want you guys to do is to try to do this exercise every day for 30 days and see what comes from it. Just gently observe what you start attracting, what starts shifting in your life. Are you guys there? I was like, is everybody still with me? Is everyone asleep? Say cheese. Love it, love it, love it. So we got to learn so many techniques in a variety of ways. You got to see maybe what was a hindrance or maybe is not a hindrance to your psychic development and spiritual gifts. Whose energy is in your field? You got to learn how to clear and cleanse it. You got to learn how to activate your gifts. You got to learn how to ground them. You got to learn how to manifest and program and charge your field, and also give any opposite energies to source. Anything that you cannot resolve or feel in control of or whatever, we gave it to source, right? Love it. So, thank you guys so much for investing your time in this community and in yourself and joining me live. I love doing these meditations and these free community sessions. This is going to be up for 1 week on my YouTube channel. Go ahead and give a mama a like and subscribe, please. Thank you. It helps me up so much. It helps me reach more people that need to see this material and learn this stuff, and it'll help them. And you guys can teach other people how to do it. So again, it's going to be up for 1 week before migrating onto the Possess Your Spirit membership portal, where I teach these classes, have taught these classes, and you have a self-study list of classes such as this, even more with ancestral veneration, divination practice, Akashic record, downloadable meditations just as this, so on and so forth. So there will be new classes in the portal next month, okay, as we get ready for the launch of Embodying the High Priestess, my signature tarot course. So if you guys were interested in learning tarot divination, that's coming up as well. Thank you guys so much. Feel free to watch this as many times. Feel free to do the free flow of consciousness as your personal practice. Again, it is really, truly going to help you level up. It's helped me in so many ways. And so I'm just happy to share with my community, because the more the merrier. I want us all to win. All right. So, Chanita, thank you for your support. You're using your Akashic Records course. I feel like it's that time of year where I need to revisit my Akashic Record course too. I be taking my own courses too. Be like, bitch, wow, you was really in your bag channeling. There's so many things that I do now that it's good to just review and refresh and relearn, and then I get more downloads and I add it onto the courses. So bless, 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 Ash. And so yes, you got access to this. Go ahead and share with a friend. Go ahead and share it with your community and audience. And I will see you for the next flow of consciousness. I don't know when that is. I'm going to be traveling for a little bit, but when I get back home, we'll probably have something for the month of August. All right. So, new classes in the Possess Your Spirit portal, self study. There's a lot of classes in there and meditations in there already, but there will be also free flow of consciousness in there. Okay. So, blessings, blessings, blessings. Peace. Bye, y'all.